no matter how a historian tries to spin it. Ordering a tower to be constructed out of live men stacked and cemented together with bricks and mortar is downright brutal. Here's a list of the most ruthless leaders of all time. After killing his brother, Attila became the leader of the Hunnic Empire, centered in present-day Hungary. He expanded the empire to present-day Germany, Russia, Ukraine and the Balkans. "There, where I have passed, the grass will never grow again," he remarked on his reign. Genghis Khan spent time as a slave during his teenage years, before he united the Mongol tribes, and went on to conquer a huge part of Central Asia and China. His style is characterized as brutal, and historians say he slaughtered civilians en masse. Timur led military campaigns through a large part of Western Asia, including modern Iran, to Syria. In present-day Afghanistan, he ordered the construction of a tower made out of living men, one stacked on top of another and cemented together. Mary I became Queen of England in 1553, and soon reinstalled Catholicism as the main religion and married Philip II of Spain, a Catholic. Over the next few years, hundreds of Protestants were burned at the stake, and for that she earned the nickname Bloody Mary. In 1917, Lenin led the October Revolution to overturn the provisional government that had overthrown the Tsar. During this period of revolution, war and famine, Lenin demonstrated a chilling disregard for the sufferings of his fellow countrymen and mercilessly crushed any opposition, the BBC reported. Joseph Stalin forced quick industrialization and collectivization in the 1930s, that coincided with mass starvation, the imprisonment of millions of people in labor camps, and the Great Purge of the intelligentsia, the government and the armed forces. By the end of 1941, Hitler's German Third Reich Empire included almost every country in Europe plus a large part of North Africa. He devised a plan to create his ideal master race by eliminating Jews, Slavs, Gypsies, homosexuals and political opponents by forcefully sending them to concentration camps, where they were tortured to death. According to reports, the Nazis killed about 11 million people under Hitler's regime. Under the communist leader, Mao Zedong, industry and agriculture was put under state control in China. Any opposition was swiftly suppressed. Others point out that his policies led to the deaths of 40 million people through starvation, forced labor and executions. General AMIN overthrew an elected government in Uganda via a military coup and declared himself president. He then ruthlessly ruled for 8 years, during which an estimated 300,000 civilians were massacred. Pinochet overthrew Chile's government in 1973 with the help of a US-backed coup. Reports say numerous people disappeared under the regime, and 35,000 were tortured. Pinochet died before he could stand trial on accusations of human rights abuses.